We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to hit 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Ravens at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time. And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Jackson going to keep it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 2.
Play action. It's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and will leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Henry again. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd and goal, Jackson. He'll try and do that, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, CD, that was a well-orchestrated drive by Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and how about the way he capped it off, too? Orchestrate the drive, and then let everybody know exactly who the guy is on the field you've got to watch on every play. Finishes it off with a touchdown run.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. Complete to Washington. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this is going to be home in by the tight end Andrews. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down. 24 yards gain. First down, Baltimore.
Now a first carry. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
All right, come on.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A give, running right, Achane. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
This defense for the Ravens, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, and he gained 4 sacks total and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Tua going to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
For the Dolphins.
Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A short throw caught by Andrews. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Off the option, here's Henry. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. Across midfield. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
25 yards on the play. Baltimore, 1st down.
Play action. Now Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A 1st down carry for Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 26. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, Jackson. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff, now Tua. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. And here's Jake Bailey now.
Jake Bailey in punt formation for the Dolphins.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Washington's got it. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They give to Achane on the option. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Travis Jones makes a tackle.
A gain of 2.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16.
15 yards. That's good for a Dolphins.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
1st and 10.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Achane. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Looking to pass. Tua. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Jackson now. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway.
Tyler Luke to kick off.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
On play action, here's Tua. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Complete to Wright. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9. At the 40-yard
Play action. Now it's Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Mike Green in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Jackson going to keep it. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he's brought down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, Alpha, shot!
Henry out of the pistol. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Looking for Bateman, he's got him complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Henry going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Gain on the play leads to second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On first down, they'll start out with Wright. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. From the 20, here's second and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Off the option, here's Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Matt Judon there to bring him down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. This time, Jackson will throw it. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Again, it's Ricard, the fullback. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Ravens.
They go play action with Jackson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Miami. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talked about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, that's where everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
All right.
In motion right here, Washington. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And Hill is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as the tackle made up near the 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Tua going to give this to Wayne. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At their 49-yard line.
It's safe. Go ahead.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Brings up a 3rd down. And
now Tua. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it.
Get set.
4th down, 4th quarter, here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Inside handoff, Henry. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 44 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Jackson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Throwing is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Off the option, here's Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he's got some space here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
In motion, Hill. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's another Dolphins 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Wright. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
Yeah, ready. 18.
Throwing Tua. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. They stop the screen for Henry. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jackson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for Nate at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So Tua and the Dolphins down 20-14, 55 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua finding Washington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Now Tua. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Ready.
Here's Tua. Throw out wide is incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, Second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
Dolphins 14. Tyler Luke.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready, set. Ready, team. Set. Hey, we got to push it up. We got to push it up. We got to pound it.
Tua. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
TJ Tampa on the coverage.
Here's Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Baltimore, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the